We'll take a few minutes today and talk about the pickup lock in Tango. Also could be called a promenade lock, a quick close. You could think of it as a piece of the Viennese cross, but coming from Promenade. It doesn't have one particular formal name. I usually have thought of it as a pickup lock. That's the way it was taught to me. So what it is a quick way to complete your promenade, bringing the lady to close position and entering into the next figure with a lot of speed. So in the open divisions, it's very popular to do a promenade, maybe a promenade with snare kicks or with some kind of spur kicks or different locking steps as well. Something to decorate the promenade, or it could be just a plain promenade ending with a fast ending. Gets you quickly into a fallaway reverse. So typically we like to do these long reverse combinations down the long line of the floor and moving into the center to do them. So I'm going to move the dog bowl, not to move Gandalf's bowl. What we were talking about last week was quite an elaborate group. We went to Promenade with the pickup lock with a quick closing action into the fallaway reverse, which includes, of course, the reverse pivot or slip pivot, into, we didn't have space for Viennese crosses, so we did the basic reverse turn. The basic reverse turn has the first part of it as a Viennese cross, the quick end, then quick, slow for the close, which makes it different than dancing the entire Viennese cross figure. From there, we did variation of the drag coming out in promenade and continuing from there. So in your little studio, that's about all you have room to do. So we're going to talk about this pickup lock or side lock. Now, typically the men do not lock or cross. They usually do a quick closing action. Now, you remember that we talked about not having the foot flat, like 2 flat feet in Tango. So you're going to use a ball action. Now, that does not mean that it's a high foot. The heel will be slightly off the floor, and I'll quickly close my foot underneath my body. Now, when you watch some of the open divisions, the men don't always completely close. It's sometimes a bit loose. Sometimes it may be towards the back, but they're essentially getting the foot under the body very quickly to accomplish that quick timing and get on into the reverse figure. So I'm going to do it slow here, just from a promenade. So I do the side in promenade, and then forward and across in promenade. Now what I do need to do here is close my lady. So as I'm grabbing the floor with the ball of the left foot, I will be using my hip, my right thigh, and my connection to the girl to encourage her to move from promenade to close as I close my feet. And then we'll carry on into the reverse figure. Now, one of the things I noticed when you were trying it on your own is that you were often crossing over on the reverse figure. In this case, it was the fallaway reverse turn. So if I just do the closing action, close, and forward in CBMP. So you see I'll continue my turn through my thigh, making sure that with my head and upper body, I'm thinking back. Now that will help me to not over twist and end up taking my left foot across the line and into the lady's space. So from the promenade, slow, quick, and. Now I don't have much room here, so I'll do that quick and quick. See, rhythmically you're attaching your quick and quick. We tend to think when we're learning of the end of the figure and stop there and then rhythmically start again. You have to blend that together. Whenever you have a quick and, rhythmically you have to think of that in the same unit, and so dancing it in the same unit. So the ladies could cross or they could close. I find I normally have a loose cross. When I say a loose cross, I'm going to say that because it's not tight through the ankles. So I don't know if that's really the right way to describe it because the legs are quite toned. I'll be using my right hip to help me to have speed as I bring the foot into the front and continue on again with my hips and thighs turning as we step into the fallaway or whatever reverse figure we might be dancing in. So I'm saying loose cross again because my ankles are not tight together, but my thighs feel they're very firmly together. Right? So it's a cross from the top of the legs, which is really how we should think of all our locks. They should all be produced from here and not down here in the ankles. So as a lady, so if I'm moving into promenade, then right here the man needs to be leading me to close so that I can complete my close as I do my cross. So there's sometimes the ladies will dance a looser action and not necessarily a cross. So as long as we're getting where we need to go and she's not tripping herself, we're fine. It's important to make sure for the man that when you're leading the close that you don't overturn your upper body, cause the lady to overclose, and then what happens is she blocks you with her right side and you also attack her with your right side, and our reverse figure ends up being very distorted. So remember again, left turns, reverse turns, your partner is in the space. You cannot impale her with the right side by turning your torso too much inside the frame. Right? I mean, you can do it, but you won't have a good result. So when I'm closing my girl, right, I'm making sure here that I'm trying to arrive back into the tango position. So it's true that I've got to feel that elastic band being pulled from my left arm, and I've got to put my right arm in front of me. What I don't want though is to continue my torso winding to the left, step across myself and attack her with the right side. So I've got to close the girl without overturning my own torso area. The same thing for the lady. I hope that she will realize that when she turns in front of me, she's jumping on a moving train. And I'm going to make sure that I'm aware when I'm leading her that I'm leading her in advance of me for the same idea. So many times our girls right here, they will turn directly on the spot and block you. So we hope she's not going to do that. She's going to move on to the train. The other thing is that when she closes, she's going to make sure she doesn't overclose her right side and block you and put the shoulder into the left turning action. So we can help the girl a lot by not overdoing it from the lead, but also she needs to know how to control her turns. So that's the pickup lock. I think if you search for that, you're probably not going to find it. A lot of times this combination, this blending pattern, is used in open figures, but it's not mentioned as a feature. And I think I did mention to you when you go ahead and look at competitions, you'll suddenly see that they've come out of the corner very fast in promenade. Suddenly they're closed, moving down the floor, but you really don't know what happened. It's that quick little pickup lock or side lock or quick promenade close. There are many ways you can think about it, but I did try to find some couples doing it. And there are many couples you can see, as I said, in competition, but I didn't see anything specifically targeted to what I know of as the pickup lock or the quick lock. So I hope that explains that pretty well. Remember to keep the rhythm, quick, quick, and quick. So when you're entering with a quick lock, you're going to want to continue with quicks. You would not want to do the pickup lock and then try to dance it slow. So our fallaway reverse turn is 4 quicks, or if you went right to the Viennese crosses, you're doing quick, quick in. So you're getting into a speed group. So these type of groups, they have to be well planned, well rehearsed, and ready to go. It's not a basic syllabus figure. Okay, so there you go with that. I did put some links onto both of our videos on the drag. I did the drag and then another video with the drag from dropped over sway. I found a very nice demonstration of Marcus and Karen Hilton dancing a little bit of a combination of the two. They're doing a nice challenge line into Promenade, and he's doing a slight action. It's not really an oversway, but he's leading the lady in the drag to turn her head through shaping in the hips. So that's a good one to look at. It's very clear there that you can see he's not falling into the side step, but he's preparing from his standing leg and moving the leg slightly in advance as he moves his weight. So it's very clear there. You can take a look at that. And I did put it on both videos below in the description to take a look at that. Okay, so very good. If I've forgotten anything, I'm sure that we'll talk about it this week.